Front page, schools taken to court over debts. This is what we have on the front page of the Daily Nation. Schools taken to court over debts. It says that suppliers in Nyeri have filed over 10 cases against schools at small claims court. This is what we have. And again, it's just a week after schools reopened. Suppliers have dragged institutions that owe them money to courts, even as principals ask the government to release unremitted billions of shillings under the free day secondary education. This is it. This week is back to school week, and there is a breakdown of the capitation to schools in between 2018 to 2023. Again, a breakdown. I wish I could go through these figures, but you can take a look at your local dailies and see what's there. In 2020, 2028, 2029, the approved budget for 59 billion shillings, and learners were getting 142, not funded, that is 142,000, etc., etc. So you have to take a look. And that is 2018, 2019, 59 billion. 2019, 2020, 59 again billion. 2020, 2021, 59 billion. In 2021, 2022, the approved budget was at 62 billion shillings, and 2022, 2023 stands at 64 billion shillings. So this is what it is. This is what we have to take a look at. Alulu, what do you make of this? Schools taken to court over debts. The issue of capitation is still here with us. What do you make of this headline?
I think it is a shame that at this particular time we would have such a cases of schools being taken to court, because the government should do much better. I once said it is very important and necessary for the government to invest and to take education seriously, because education is the backbone of any economy, any country. So I think the government and by extension through the Ministry of Education should up their game. One, to try and we thank them for releasing the capitation for this year earlier. But this is just a drop in the ocean, because you realize that many schools, especially last year, had problems getting the money, and what schools get is really so minimum. I actually feel for the principals and the school heads, because they have to use the minimum they get to facilitate the schools, and this will always land us in trouble. So I think going forward, the government should try and up their game to ensure that, one, they increase the capitation and then release it on time, so that we don't find ourselves in situations where instead of principals concentrating on education, they start thinking of the creditors, which becomes now bad news, according to my own thinking.
All right, Gabriela, front page.
I think the government should up their game. Because you see, education should be a priority in Kenya. His Excellency William Ruto should stop concentrating with other things and put basic need as the priority. I think the government is failing Kenya.
Because at the end of the day, schools are now demanding a capitation. Even as for months are reporting this week, we are still going to take a look at that. In the political scene, Raila asked churches to keep state in check. The church needs to speak out against the least ills and this government, including the heavy taxation it has burdened Kenyans with, says Azimio leader Raila Odinga. That story is fleshed out there for you on page 4 of the Daily Nation. We'll take a look at that later on. How about we go to the front page of the People Daily? There you have it. Again, matters education. Books crisis after subject change. Book crisis after subject change. There we have it. The story is there on page, on the front page. Reduction of number of subjects and lessons in primary and junior secondary schools have now leaves confusion among learners and teachers, with latter being forced to teach subjects they never studied. Teachers are now forced to teach lessons that they never studied. Here we have it. Again, matters to do with education. We've just touched on that. But very quickly, something that we are going to discuss related to that. Gachagua now goes for top judge. Deputy President declares that he will petition for the removal of a justice who froze his accounts in unprecedented escalation of war with the judiciary. this is where we have it. That story continues on page 3. Let me go there on page 3 and see. There we have it. Gachagua trains guns on Judge Esther Maina. Deputy President, yesterday Gachagua said that he will present a petition to the Judicial Service Commission for the removal of Justice Esther Maina of the Anti-Corruption Court over alleged misconduct and corruption. Speaking in Elgeyo Marakwet on Sunday, Gachagua said that he will adhere to Justice Martha Koome's advice and seek the removal of Justice Maina. So, according to Gachagua, the MP for Madeira, the then MP for Maina, said that Justice Maina declared his fortune proceeds of crime. Okay, let me take that. Gachagua, then the MP for Madeira, said that Justice Maina declared his fortune proceeds of crime without giving him a hearing as dictated by the rule of law. And let me quote, the ruling by the judge was meant to taint image. It was a political decision whereby the judge was working under the instructions of those in power then, and continues on and on and on and on and on. So on Thursday, this coming Thursday week at 2:15 p.m., according to the DP, I will personally present a petition before Lady Justice Martha Koome against Justice Esther Maina for her removal from the judiciary for misconduct and corruption. End of statement. This is going to be forming part of our discussion today. All right. So, yeah, there we have it. Anti-fraud agency wants officer sacked for forgery. Kimemana watu. Kimemana. It's not easy.